SeatGeek is the easiest way to find the best deals on tickets to pretty much any live event. Concerts, sports, theater, comedy, whatever you want. Download the SeatGeek app today and enter promo code SEATS to save $20 on your first purchase.
Hey everybody, it's Travis Kelce, Chiefs beat writer for Kansas City Star. I'm here with my guys on the A-team. Let's go to Sam Mellinger first. Sam?
Retweeting.
We have Blair Kirkhoff.
Forgot my phone.
Oh, okay.
But look at Sam's retweet.
Right, let's do that, right.
Look at Sam's retweet. Don't forget that Blair forgot his phone, and I'm recording for the dual purpose of podcasting, because we are all in on all this.
Right, and Vahe filling in, he's the people, right? Vahe's the people's champ, apparently. Looking out for you guys. Because I'm going to tell you something. I'm not going to do it. I'm not recording the podcast. I'm not doing it. I got to put it together. So I'm a little busy. Okay, this is good though. So this is more early than we typically do it.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Than last week.
Yes.
I know that.
And I want to thank everybody for indulging me on not having to be like shifting around, getting ready to run out of the room when the old man is fading here fast at 2:30 in the morning. So glad we could just hit the hole today.
And we're not doing it in a car, so we got that
right.
going for us too.
Hey, we've come a long way in a month, right?
A-Team Mobile Studio, A-Team After Dark.
Right. So, look, we do want to do this thing a little earlier now. We're going to try it out, at least see how it goes. Because we do think there's a lot of things to talk about from this thing. The Chiefs came out. They beat a pretty good team, I think, in Philadelphia. Chiefs won 27-20. And I thought that Philly's front seven was going to give them problems. And, guys, we especially saw that early. But I don't want to steal anyone's thunder. I want to try a new format where we go around the table and we talk about reasons why they either won or lost. Today they won. And I'm actually going to start to my right this time. Vahe, what's your number one reason the Chiefs won?
Look, I think even though they got kind of ground down a lot of times, they still made 4 or 5 big plays. And they weren't afraid to make the big play when the game was still tight. Under 4 minutes to throw to Chris Conley, that play sticks with me. Alex Smith to Travis Kelce early. Those were still really big moments. And, of course, Kareem Hunt's long run, that was just finding the seam there after not getting much of a seam all game. So I think the big play was why they won.
Blair?
I'm going to say I thought Justin Houston was the best player on the field today. And he didn't lead the team in sacks. I don't know if he led him in tackles, and it wasn't just the one sack he had. It was his play on run defense. Man, is he back? He's back in a big way, and what a plus that is for the Chiefs. The entire defensive line played well. Chris Jones had probably his best game as a pro. Benny Logan, had to feel really good about his game. Although he didn't talk after the game, he didn't want to talk.
He's not a talker. He's not interested in it.
But I thought on a day when the secondary was a little bit exposed because of Eric Berry's absence, I thought the tackles and ends, outside linebackers played extremely well. D Ford with the big sack, and the nice celebration. I thought. So,
you enjoyed that?
I did.
Thought that was good?
How do you not enjoy it?
Well, no, he just gave you a little flash, a little something extra. A little bit.
Flash is a funny choice.
It is.
Yeah,
it is a fun.
It's you're right. It just kind of came to you though.
It's a little more than just the 5-5 we've been. It's a little more than that now. It's more like a 5-5.
Ambidextrous. 5-5. Because it was still 5 and 5.
No, yeah, it is.
You're like 5, 5, and 1.
And it's not even A-Team After Dark.
No.
This way. Okay.
Sam?
I'm glad Blair said what he said because I was going back and forth in my head between that and this. Halftime adjustments against a defense that was beating their behinds because it's daylight out up front.
Yeah.
And in the first half, they couldn't move the ball at all. In the second half, there's a lot of like those little shovel passes. The one to Kelce was ridiculous. They even did a third and I don't know if it was 3rd and 1 or 3rd and 2, but how do you like Albert Wilson up the middle? They just went full.
You mean
gimmick,
on the fullback draw to Albert Wilson? You like that?
Full gimmick, which is what they need to do. I mean, we've talked about this over and over with this offensive line. They need to do that, and especially against that defensive line because they were getting mauled up front. I thought that was the biggest deal.
They were. And Blair actually took mine. I thought Houston was outstanding. I thought in a big way, Houston played great, so that mattered, but it was more than that. I thought he gave energy to the defense. Chiefs finished with 6 sacks. And Carson Wentz I don't think he's an easy guy to sack because he does a really good job moving around in the pocket and sensing pressure. I thought in a lot of ways.
And just shrugging people off.
Right.
Yeah.
Sorensen.
I mean,
Daniel Sorensen.
Hey.
I will tell you, like, he might be the catalyst now. I think he is the defensive catalyst now that Barry's out.
Yeah.
He's the one that has to give energy to his teammates. And if that's what he's going to do every week, they're going to be fine because you got to account for Justin, and it's not just in the pass rush. Some of his most impressive plays today were against the run.
Yes.
Jason Peters is a really, really good player. And so is the right tackle, Lane Johnson. These are good players. And if that's how Justin Houston looks, he's going to go to Pro Bowl and be an All-Pro. No one closes a 5-yard gap like Justin Houston. He's really, really good.
Hey, just a little touchy-feely thing, but I think Blair had his binoculars on this before the game. You guys probably did too, but Justin Houston's the guy standing in the middle of the huddle. I think Derek Johnson accompanied him in the Eric Berry center stage moment. And I have a feeling that was meaningful to him. He's very close to Barry, as you know, everybody knows. And I think he took that upon himself to be that today too.
And he's done it before. Remember when Barry went down with cancer?
Yeah.
It was Justin who stood in. And I can't let the four of us go around the round table without giving credit to Chris Jones too.
Yeah.
Chris was outstanding. 3 sacks, disruptive. And there was a
Interception.
point and we were worried, he got hurt and it didn't look good. Remember when Malik Wilson plowed on him? It's like when you see a guy have that kind of impact with his neck, you start wondering for their well-being. And then, in classic Chris Jones fashion, he gets up. And then a few plays later, he's running. What is he doing, Blake?
He's
running
hopping around.
and
He's getting the crowd up. He's doing the
before every
tomahawk
play.
chop. And of course he was really humble, as you might expect, in the locker room after the game. He was fantastic.
He was actually decrying the lack of reporters who talked to him after the Patriots game. He was like, nobody wanted to talk to me then. He's like, everybody want to talk to me now. He said it was his eye, because his helmet went up and hit him that way. Something happened with his eye. And then when he was laying on the ground, he said, I might as well milk this or something. So, but then somebody told him to get his big butt up, and that's what he did. So Chris Jones does not lack for color.
Can't they all be Chris Jones?
No, it's good that there's guys that have some color on this team, though, because we know it could be worse, right? Kelce, and I'm sure we're gonna talk about him in a second, and some of these other guys. I mean, it could really be worse.
Hey, speaking of color, I thought there was some subtle color, and I don't know if you guys got to talk to Kareem Hunt about this today, but his little nap celebration.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that celebration before, or maybe I just haven't been alert. Did after the touchdown? That's a new one on me.
On the sideline, I guess he was yelling, "Don't sleep on me."
Okay,
Don't sleep on
all
me.
right, I get it.
I would just direct Kareem to read KansasCity.com. We have not been sleeping on it.
No,
The papers have been crazy about Kareem Hunt.
the Kansas City papers.
Yeah, the Kansas City.
Hey, and
The papers have been going nuts about Kareem Hunt since his selection, okay? Let's call that for what it
Hey,
is.
but like I told you, though, this was
Believe
the
me.
first game in his entire NFL career that he didn't rush for 100 yards. So,
Worst game of his
the
life.
Mellinger,
Worst- the
I think it was
worst
called
game
the
of his
Mellinger
career.
curse after Sam went to his hometown. Which, if you haven't read his story on Kareem Hunt, I really urge you to do that. It was terrific and tell you a lot about what this guy comes from.
Right. All right, let's go around the table again. We're going to reverse a little bit. We're going to talk about the things that concern you after this win. And Sam, where do you kick it off, baby?
Can I just do the opposite of what I started with? The offensive line got mauled.
Yeah.
And I don't know how long Mitch Morse is going to be out, but that was a big old boot that he was walking out.
It was. It was a boot. I called it a cast on Twitter.
with
it was a
crutches.
boot.
Yeah, with
had
crutches walking out. And Mitch, two things. One is just a really good player.
Right.
And also, that position, I think,
You're the
is
communicator.
more important, and that could be a big thing for an offensive line that they're good in some pass protection. They were great last week against New England, but New England doesn't have the pass rush that these guys have. New England doesn't have the pass rush and sort of the strength up front that a lot of teams that the Chiefs are going to play are going to have. So that is a big concern.
Right. Blur.
well, but I think they're going to be okay. I think Zach Fulton
He's a good player.
will
I like
do
Zach.
a good job.
He's a better player at center.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't think we'll see Cam Irving there, but he has played center
Right.
if it comes to that. So I don't know. I'm trying to come up with. I guess you can really nitpick the way they handled the onside kick at the end.
Mm-hmm.
It was a great play by I didn't see the number, but it tipped it. He basically tipped it to himself and got between a couple of Chiefs kickoff coverage guys or kickoff return guys. I know Dave Tobe will be really unhappy about that, but anything else at this point I think would be nitpicking. They got pushed around. Absolutely, the offensive line got pushed around in the first half and for much of 3 quarters. But when it counted at the end, just like last week against New England, these guys are fantastic in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, it was before that touchdown. It was the Chiefs had outscored opponents 35-3 in the fourth quarter in the 2 games. So 21-0 in New England and 14-3 here. I can't point to anything else but the 2 things these guys said.
Chris,
All right, talking about
Chris
this
Jones.
guy.
Chris Jones, hey, come on over here, Chris. The only thing I'd add would be a little bit about the same thing. That I don't know that you could say they sagged on that last Eagles touchdown drive, but that's not how you want to close out a game.
Justin was pissed about it afterwards.
Yeah.
He's like, we shouldn't have done that. And that voice he got, he's like, we should never let that happen. See, I've been working on that one. That ain't that bad. I've been coming around on it.
You haven't even used that before, I don't think.
I know. I've unveiled it.
You're very careful about those unveilings.
It took 5 years to have a workable Justin Houston. Yeah.
I like to imagine you just in front of the mirror, just like working on it. Not deep enough.
Sorry, I have a life.
Not sitting there with tape recording and twisting knobs.
No, that's not what I'm doing, guaranteed. I'm too busy putting together podcasts. And it's just exploding with likes.
That's because they just saw Chris Jones walk through.
I know. Nah. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and say, gonna need Kelce to get it together.
Yeah.
We're getting to the point where we might need to start getting concerned about this. Like, it's Andy was pissed after the game. Who asked him? You asked him. Somebody asked him.
Well, we came in because we were still in the locker room.
The first question to Andy.
Somebody had asked him.
I think it was Darren. I think it was Darren from the radio guy asked Andy about. I think it was after Andy gave his opening statement and all that. I think his very first question was about Travis.
And he was terse then, and we came in, and I guess I was thinking that he just blew me off because he'd answered it really well earlier, but apparently he just didn't want to talk about it because he's probably so mad.
Yeah, he's pissed about it. My theory on this is he's not going to change. This is who he is. This is his 5th year in the NFL, and he's going to turn 28 on October 5th. This is not a college kid. Yeah, like this is who he is. If anything, these incidents or whatever you want to call them, they're getting more and more frequent, not less and less.
They are getting more and more
frequent with his fame, with his ability, with his contract, instead of the other way around with maturity. My beef on him. And look, like he's way too good of a player to bench. Like you can't, he's just wildly talented, literally. But my problem with him is just like, stop calling yourself mature, man. Like stop like with this, I'm a leader now, I've changed and all that stuff. Like just own it.
Well, he scored the touchdown after the penalty. I mean,
there is not one other player on that roster. I don't know how many players in the league that could have scored a touchdown on that play. That was incredible.
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
That was incredible.
But to your point,
there's certainly no other tight ends that could do it, right?
Right.
Because he's faster than Gronk. But for him to do that was insane.
Amazing. That was
a great play.
And
that's why they're putting up with it.
And there's probably no other player on the team that would have gotten that penalty, and few in the league.
You sure? You sure?
I mean, I can think of one that may have.
There's one more. Okay, all right. Like I said, not one more.
I'm waiting to see those two fellows put together their own celebration thing that would just be the most outrageous thing of all time. Like they choreographing something. Hey, the thing and I'll get into it in what I'm going to write, but anything I thought was disappointing about Kelce was along the lines of what Sam just said. If you're going to proclaim yourself that, then own it a little bit.
Didn't own it.
And he was really pretty ridiculous after the game, being asked about the play. Wouldn't answer it. Diverted questions. It wasn't like a mistake. I mean, he was very consciously answering different questions than what he was being asked about, and I just thought that was kind of disappointing.
Something to keep an eye on going forward, because I know he's talented, but don't think Andy Reid is just some big cuddly guy. Okay, he is a head football coach who's won a lot of games for a reason. okay? So, like, don't think that he's just going to keep taking that and taking that and taking that. If you think that, you have the wrong idea about what this guy is as a coach. You don't last this long as a coach and win as many games as he has by being a pushover. He is not. The reason he can handle guys like Peters and Kelce, and the reason that those guys don't act out more is because of who he is, okay? So we're going to keep an eye on that because this is not going to continue. He's not going to put up with it.
Do you remember he didn't start the San Diego game at the end of the year last year? We didn't know why. It was something. I don't think it was for an on-field transgression. Something that happened off the field during the week, and that could have been any one
For
of a
where
number
that
of
game
things.
was, that could have been about anything.
Yeah, you
But
have
think about
no
this.
idea.
Think about this.
There's no ceiling on the things he could have been. Like Tijuana could have been involved.
Imagination
sure.
runs wild.
I might put money on Tijuana. Like, I don't,
No, that's the first thing I thought about.
curfew violation.
Tijuana is not far from San Diego.
But whatever the case, do I have this right? It's the last 4 regular season games, the last 4 games that have counted. He's had a mark on it with one of these things. The Steelers game, these 2 regular
Yeah,
season
that's
games.
right.
and
I don't
then
know. I
San
don't
Diego
know
right
if I don't know if
before
anything happened in that San Diego game, but he didn't play in the first quarter.
that. But
Remember,
but
he was on the sideline doing
basically
push-ups.
suspended for start. Yeah,
He was doing push-ups on the
Yeah.
sideline to get his energy going.
but because of
Yeah.
behavior issues, something's
Right.
happened in at least
Right.
the last 4 games that counted.
Right.
Yeah, this is something to keep an eye on. I don't know when it's going to happen, but Andy's not going to keep putting up with this. The offensive line, like you said, that's a pretty good one. And I don't really know what was going on with the Eagles. Like, they had opportunities to throw downfield, and they really didn't. The pass rush was good, but I thought they were going to attack downfield a little bit more. How many times did we see the Chiefs in single coverage?
Yeah.
Some of those guys could run past the corners they had out there. They never really took advantage.
With something of a retooled secondary, without Eric Berry, with Eric Murray having to play more, with Daniel Sorensen, on the field more often today. Although I was impressed with Carson Wentz. First time I've seen him in person.
Yeah.
For a while, this game reminded me. I wonder if this is going to be like the Tennessee or Tampa Bay game, where last year, where a young quarterback, Jameis Winston or Marcus Mariota, comes in here. He's not intimidated by the by the environment, and those guys came out here with victory. Those were the 2 quarterbacks that beat the Chiefs last year here at Arrowhead. And I was thinking, man, Carson Wentz kind of fits that description. Yeah. Big, strong arm guy, and. When the Eagles went ahead, I just thought, don't be surprised.
All right, fellas, you guys ready to start taking some questions?
Absolutely.
All right. This is a good observation by Lucas Straczynski. This is the last noon game until November 19th.
Is that right?
What? Really? November 19th?
There's a lot of 325s, some Monday nights.
Lucas is hitting us newspaper people
I know.
where it hurts.
Lucas is an honorary A-team member. Good Lord, he's thinking about the A-team. That's brutal. Oh, my God. Now that,
November
you know
19th.
what? Not going to say it.
All that means is you ain't getting your Facebook Live at 4 o'clock in the afternoon anytime soon.
Are you sure? I think the Facebook Live is in play. I don't think we could have a midnight game and the Facebook Live is happening. It's about the slug, right? You'll get it online. Remember, can'tsee.com. That's right. Not trying to get me in trouble. Jordan Tribe says, it is a good point. Mitchell and Gaines have him worried. Could we make a deep playoff run with these 2? Blair, you had a pretty interesting observation. We were in the middle of the game, and you were just like Gaines had just been targeted for like the 4th time, and you were like, that's going to happen all year.
It is. And that's why a couple times I turned to you and said, they got to dial it up here. You've got to get some pressure on a second-year quarterback to force him into a mistake or force him into something. Because if he gets comfortable, and they were going to pick apart Mitchell and Gaines, and they did that a few times today.
And this is where, just real quick, to riff on Blair, this is where Blair won't say it, but at that particular point, he spoke up about dialing it up on the pressure and that they need to get an interception, and that was the play. They got the ball that went off either Houston's helmet or shoulder pad, and Chris Jones picked.
It was the second one of the day for Blair, who got the D Ford sack, too. He did not call the inappropriate celebration, though. That was not something
that was inappropriate.
No. That was the 2017 edition to the 5-5's celebration.
The celebration that we can't use the photo of was not inappropriate.
I used that photo on Twitter. I know that. Everybody else thinks that was great.
Hey, that's all that matters anyway, right?
One thing about, like, it's a really good point about Gaines and Mitchell getting picked on. And this Chiefs defense, because of how good Marcus is and that they don't travel him or whatever, is built so that teams can do that. And I think it's really important. Chiefs fans of a certain age might remember Marcus Cooper, who was a really good player, right? And at some point it was at Denver, I remember it, and Peyton Manning just ripped apart his confidence. And Gaines and Mitchell, they're going to get beat, but I think it's really important for them not to have that Marcus Cooper moment and to at least like stay in it and be competitive.
That's a good point. I think it's a really good point.
Yeah.
Peter,
what do you got?
Peter Alden says, "Is Kelce the king of the 3-pump celebration?"
Wow, that's strong.
That's pretty good.
That's strong.
Hey, one other thing we didn't get to mention yet, and I don't know if we're writing about it extensively or not, but I think we all thought a really pivotal point in the game was that ball going off Mitchell being caught.
Oh yeah.
Oh my
But
God.
Eric Murray.
Yeah, I'm going to break that out in a sidebar.
You are?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's Murray makes a great play, right? He doesn't give up on the play on the deflected ball off of Mitchell that turns into a 53-yard game when it looked like the Eagles were just going to run out the clock in the first half, take a 6-3 deficit into halftime, and they get this 53-yard play that's ridiculous. Murray makes a touchdown-saving tackle, and then Andy Reid coaches him up, calls a timeout on the field goal, freezes the kicker. They miss a 30-yard field goal. So,
I mean, nothing out of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gerard Sauter says, "Late to the party, but did Fisher get beat as bad as it looked? Philly's D-line is sick, but that was ugly up front." I just think their D-line's sick.
Yeah,
I mean,
I didn't
Brandon
think-
Graham is a stud.
Yeah.
No one understands. Like, he's good. The other guys they rotate in, Barnett. I mean, some of those guys would start
They
here,
were mean, yeah.
right?
No, for sure.
Like, Fletcher Cox. There's guys there. So, I don't know, man. Let me go back and look at the film, but I don't know if I would crush Fisher. That Philly D-line's better than a lot of teams.
yeah, we thought Alex Smith was going to get, maybe replaced for a player or two.
Can
Late in
we
the first half.
address him real quick? Because he took that blow when he was late getting up in maybe the middle of the second quarter.
Late.
And then he got
late. It was late in the second
and then
quarter.
he got sacked 3 more times after that when it looked like the ball, where it looked like his eyes fell because the rush was coming on. I'm like, okay, if this doesn't
He
change,
got spooked. I
this is
think.
that's like a real thing. Like, you can get hit and your eyes start to change levels. But did you guys think that he changed it by the end of the game, or did they just kind of they called plays to account for it?
I thought he regrouped.
Okay.
'Cause I thought he was.
The Conley play
He was
was-
definitely
the pass to
hurt. I mean,
Conley,
that was
a
a great play.
fantastic play.
But when he got hit, he was hurt bad enough that they called that timeout so he could
Sort of kind of get it together.
unshook himself.
And Mahomes was throwing.
Yeah, Mahomes was warming up on the
And
sideline.
during the entire timeout, like, he was talking to Chris Barnhouse and Rick Burkholder, right? Like, he was talking to him. So
Yep. No, that was a real thing. But I thought he regrouped, and I thought he was a little bit better after that of staying in the pocket. And he does drop. I mean, he does. I think that Indianapolis game, was that last year, right? I really think that's affected him in a real way that we see every week. But I thought later in the game he was better. And then the Conley play that was apparently not an ad-lib, but a sort of on-the-fly audible, a read between those two. And that was, helped ice the game.
that's true. Peter Alden has a question for you, Sam. How hard did you celebrate the 5-5 sack?
Oh, it was hilarious.
It was a play of the game.
yeah. Like I
Sam
said,
Mellinger play of the game.
like I said, the best way I can describe it is even before the celebration, it was a great play, and the celebration just took it over the top. That was great.
Are we underselling the fact that one of Andy Reid's shovel passes to the tight ends worked? Like, how long have we been watching that play?
And it was after two fakes, right?
Yeah.
It was like Hunt and Hill, I think.
That was great.
But, yeah, Hunt going one way, Hill going the other way, and then Kelce.
It's
up
the
the
kind of
middle.
pass you could never call on Madden.
A shovel pass to tight end, and was it a handoff to Albert Wilson?
Albert Wilson.
Right.
Or was that a shovel pass?
No,
It was a
handoff.
A handoff to Albert
It
Wilson.
was
up
a
the middle.
little
and they
toss to Ty Hill, remember,
Everything
too?
worked.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that was the same. That was
Right.
off the same thing, and Alex was funny about it after the game. Asking what was actually read there and what was called, and he was like, "Well, I can't divulge that."
Jerry Neiman Jr. asked, when is Peters going to stand? I will tell you when he wants to. Claude Thompson says Peters shouldn't stand until he feels like this country is something he's proud of. In the discussion, I'm good leaving it there.
Let me say this about that though. before the national anthem, the players go down. They come on the field. They go down to the end zone, and some, take a knee. Others just go to the sideline. Marcus Peters takes a knee every game. He goes down and says, collects his thoughts and prays. I assume that's what they do down there, and was down there as long as anybody was. Then the national anthem starts, and he, walks behind the bench, and he does different things. He's ridden the bike. He sat on the table. Today he just sat on the bench.
Yep.
And then, as Vahe noticed,
just as Chiefs fans are going into home of the Chiefs, he starts tomahawk chopping, which the whole thing just blows my mind. I can't put together
So many
all these
things
images
happen.
at once.
That's a
right?
lot to unpack.
It is, and I'll leave it at that too. I don't know how to process it all.
Joe Scalliot asks, will Kelce get the TO treatment from Andy soon? Andy won't put up with this much more. I mean, what is the TO treatment? I mean, it'll be some sort of probably covert, suspension or fine or something. It'll be something that. Look, man, it is what it is with this guy.
Does he get fined again? Is a fine accompany every taunting penalty, or?
I think it's at the NFL's discretion, like everything.
Because he's 12K lighter this week for shoving the ball up.
This is a good
shove.
question from Jordan Tribe. When would Reed bench Kelce? What would that take?
Some sort of disrobing.
That's what I was going to
happened
say.
in Tijuana.
Oh, that's about right. I had a much cruder way of saying some sort of disrobing. It would take that. It would take some sort of physical attack on an official or disrobing, probably. He's too good, man. They just can't.
God damn, he is good.
He's so
He
good.
is such a good player.
What did he say? What did Kelce do for the penalty? They didn't show it on TV or Twitter. Wow.
He kind of,
Okay.
well, you guys
not?
might have got a better view, but he just looked like he ran over just like a
To the Eagles bench.
freaking,
It was over to the Eagles bench. It was on. Was
Like
it
a
on the
maniac,
on the
just-
Hunt touchdown?
It was.
On the
It
Kareem
was.
Hunt touchdown.
Yeah.
And I don't know if he was he like looking for his brother?
That's what we don't
That's
know.
what we think.
We're trying to track that down, but
We've posited that as a theory,
yeah,
but
yeah.
we're almost done, guys. Owen Johnson says the best thing about this schedule, which isn't great for us, is more A-Team after dark. So the people worry about the people, right? They don't care about the fact that these late games result in real late nights for the beat writers. We've covered that a little bit, Kyle, about the O-line. I think it's okay because Philly's line is good, but it's something to keep an eye on. Oh, Kyle Fisher says Marcus didn't look like himself. Did this game? Did anyone else notice that?
Well, they-
super big cushions.
They threw at him.
They
a little.
threw at him.
Yeah.
New England didn't throw. He wasn't targeted once last week, right? In New
He
England,
was once.
Was
It
it
was
one
just
time?
once,
Oh,
yeah.
it was 0 for 1, right?
Yep.
It wasn't completed.
Just once.
They went at him a little bit. And
They did.
I don't know what the targets end up being. We'll know, I guess, when they break down film. But I thought he had a decent game.
I thought he was okay, but the cushions were.
They
I've
were-
never seen him play that far off. That
He was a little deep.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to diving into that a little bit. Okay. Final thought, guys, and we'll get out of here. We'll go Sam again. Sam, what's your final thought from this thing?
I just think it was an impressive win because there was a lot of things that kind of going against them, and to back up, I think it's not a trap, but a thing that you can
It
get
was a
into
trap.
after the first
It's okay.
game. You can fall into that, and they came back and had a really tough game and came through at the end.
It was a trap, and I accounted for that in my 27-20 game plan prediction.
I was wondering
Yeah.
how long it was going to take in the show.
We were going to get that in. We weren't going to let you go without that.
I spend so much
was
time
gonna-
on this stuff. I got to celebrate the little wins.
A little bit.
Yeah.
I like to bring up players or plays that we just don't have time for, and I'll give you one. A shout out to the special teams, to the punt coverage. It was James Winchester, the center, who went down and forced a fumble that
was
Anthony
clutch.
Sherman
He does that.
recovered, and that provided the second field goal for the Chiefs. So great play that probably won't get talked about much.
Look, this was a really efficient win. I mean, that sounds kind of mechanical, but it was. And that's what you do. You start collecting momentum, and it doesn't let you down any after last week's really great win at New England. You have reason to keep feeling like this team's really got something, and that's a statement in itself.
All right. I'll say this, man. I thought this was a trap game in a lot of ways. Like, when you face a team at home after a big win like that, and the team you're facing has a great front seven and, like, a dangerous quarterback when he's on, you can lose that game. especially when you've lost your heart and soul on defense in the first game. There were a lot of factors in this game where, like, if the Chiefs were a mentally weaker team, they would have lost. Like, I think the 2013 Chiefs would have lost this game. Yeah. I do. I think they would have lost it. So this was a promising step. I think you've kind of seen the culmination for this specific group get to this level of mental toughness. I think that's been a promising thing. So, Chiefs are 2-0. We have a road game coming up. We typically do not like road games, but this one happens to be Los Angeles.
I'll take it.
We're very happy about this development.
Going to the pitch.
Going to 27,000-seat StubHub Center. We're looking forward to broadcasting from there, and we'll have a lot of good stuff this week as well. Yeah. Make sure you guys read Sam's story about Kareem Hunt.
That was really good.
That was a really great story.
It was.
And please read my story too about Tom Holly's music career. I was happy that we finally talked about that. So, we appreciate it, guys, and we will see you later. For the star on Therese and for my guys, see you guys later. Peace.